Okay, now let's look at a few problems where we are looking at measuring angles in degrees. But when we measure angles in degrees, there's two different ways we can express it. First, I like to say we can express it written as a decimal. I can say my angle is 47.13 degrees. So you can say 47 and 13/100ths of a degree, and that's perfectly fine. But then there are other times when angles are expressed in degrees, but not as a decimal, but instead with minutes and seconds. How about an angle equals 26 degrees, 43 minutes, and 22 seconds, right? And the idea is there are 60 minutes in 1 degree, and there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. Or right there is minutes, and right there is seconds. Now what we need to do occasionally is to go back and forth. We may be given an angle written as a decimal degree, or as in degrees as a decimal, and I will need to convert it to a number written with minutes and seconds. And then at other times I may be given an angle in degrees, minutes, and seconds, and I want to convert it to a decimal. So let's look at those two things. First, let's look at the case where we have an angle written as a decimal, but I want to rewrite it in degrees, minutes, and seconds. So, here's an example. Here's an angle, 57.324 degrees. I want to know what that angle is written with my units being degrees and minutes and seconds. Originally it's just degrees written as a decimal. Now I wanted to convert it to degrees, minutes, seconds. Now hopefully you realize when you look at this, when I finally get my answer in degrees, minutes, and seconds, it's going to be 57 degrees. And what is happening is the 0.324 is what I'm going to have to somehow figure out what that equals in minutes and seconds. So the 0.324, just the decimal part, is what I have to figure out what that is equal to in minutes and seconds. And then I can rewrite my number in degrees, minutes, seconds. So to do that, I'm just going to grab the decimal part of this number. So basically everything to the right of the decimal. So I'm going to say, okay, it's 0.324 degrees. And what I want to do is I want to change that number. Right now it's in degrees, and I want to rewrite it in terms of minutes. I want to change the degree from degrees to minutes. I'm going to use my unit fraction whenever we want to convert the units of some number. We always do it with this unit fraction. And remember, whatever I start with, I'm starting with degrees. That's the unit that you put on the bottom of your fraction. And in the top of the fraction, you put the unit that you're trying to get to. I'm trying to get to minutes, so I put minutes in the top. And now I ask myself, what's the relationship between minutes and degrees? And then I remember that there's 60 minutes in 1 degree. So if I take 0.324 degrees and multiply it by 60 over 1, I grab my calculator, and I realize that that's going to equal 19.44 minutes. So basically 0.324 degrees is the same thing as 19.44 minutes. And what I'm going to do is, this right here tells me the minutes portion of my new number. Remember up here, I said I'm going to have 57 degrees, but I need to figure out minutes and seconds. Well, right now, I can say I'm going to have 19 minutes. So I can go up here and put in the 19 minutes. Now for the seconds, I'm going to take the decimal part of my minutes number, so 0.44 minutes, and I need to convert that into seconds. So once again, you have your fraction here. I start with minutes, so minutes go on the bottom. I want to get to seconds, so seconds go on the top. And then I say, what's the relationship between minutes and seconds? Well, I know there's 60 seconds in 1 minute. So now I grab my calculator, multiply 0.44 times 60, and I end up now with 26.4 seconds. So 0.44 minutes equals 26.4 seconds. And what I do here now is, this whole part of this is now going to be the seconds that I'm going to stick up here. So now I know I also have 26 seconds. I have a little bit left here, 0.4, but that's a small amount, and at some point I'm going to have to round it off anyway. So what I've been able to determine is that 57.324 degrees can be rewritten as 57 degrees, 19 minutes, and 26 seconds. All right, now let's flip it around, and let's go from having an angle in degrees and minutes and seconds and rewriting it as just a decimal. So here's the example we're going to do. I have an angle of 14 degrees, 29 minutes, and 47 seconds. And I want to know what that is going to be equal to written as a decimal. Here's what we do for this. I'm going to, once again, first of all, I know my answer is going to be 14 point something degrees. And my minutes and my seconds, that's going to be the decimal part of the number. The 29 minutes, 47 seconds, somehow is going to, I have to figure out what that equals as a decimal, and it's going to go to the right of the 14. So what I do first, you start with the seconds. So I say, okay, I'm going to take 47 seconds, and I want to convert that to minutes. So I want to see how many minutes 47 seconds is equal to. Since I'm doing another conversion, I have my unit fraction. I'm starting with seconds, so seconds go on the bottom, minutes go on the top, and then I know that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. So when I do the math here, I end up with 0.7833 minutes. So I've discovered that 47 seconds equals 0.7833 minutes. Now I'm going to take this 0.7833 minutes and I'm going to add it to my minutes up here. So what I'm really doing is taking my 29 minutes and now I'm adding the 0.7833 minutes. So really what I have is 29.7833 minutes. And I now want to take this minutes number and convert it to degrees. So here's my 29.7833 minutes. Here's my unit fraction. I start with minutes. So minutes go on the bottom. I'm trying to get to degrees, so degrees go on the top. And I know that there are 60 minutes in 1 degree. So when I do the math here, This ends up equaling 0.495 degrees. So now, this is actually the decimal part of the number. So I can go back up here and say 29 minutes, 49 or 47 seconds, written as a decimal, is 0.495. So 14 degrees, 29 minutes, 47 seconds equals 14.495 degrees. All right, so once again, hopefully you didn't find that too difficult and you'll be able to do these problems on your own.